At this point, it has been over a year since I've started using this keyboard from the first day. So this is the Amkette EvoFox FireBlade keyboard, and I noticed that a lot of you still have questions about this thing. How has it fared on my daily use for the past 1 year? Well, the short answer, pretty well. Now there are a few issues like the chassis has somehow bent over time. So this is a completely plastic body. So in case you notice that there is a slight bend on this keyboard for some reason. So I think that has gotten bent over time since it has been kept on my table. So that is something to notice. This is not as robust as a metallic or any other kind of a frame. So yeah, it is prone to bending a little bit. So my advice is if you have this keyboard and you don't use it, close these legs and keep it on a flat surface like this. So if it's against a flat table, the chances of it bending over time will reduce. If you recall, I made a video about the warranty service of these budget items. Like usually the companies don't exactly follow through with their 1 year warranty replacement or whatever. But I have actually been surprised how well Amkette has followed through and how much they have improved since then. I did complain that I was unable to register the warranty for this keyboard on their website, but turns out you can directly email them with the invoice and the warranty information that you can get from your purchase store like Amazon or anywhere else. So you can just email them that or even WhatsApp them directly, and they'll arrange for a pickup within 5 days. So they'll pick it up from your address, get it replaced and send it back to you within 5 to 6 days. So that's pretty amazing. The only problem with me was that I contacted them in the middle of a kind of a pandemic lockdown, so they couldn't exactly deliver that service to me. Pretty great that they offered. They even called me and explained that during the lockdown their offices will be closed and they won't be able to provide that service within 6 days. But it's really great of them that they actually contacted me. This is much better service that I've gotten compared to most other products that I've used. You can also avail some additional keys from them. It's not free, you have to pay some like 60 rupees or something, but for 60 rupees you get up to 5 keys. So you can order any of the 5 keys you want in case you want a spare replacement or the one that you have is broken or something. Since then, as you know, I have upgraded to a newer mechanical keyboard from Cosmic Byte, so I'm not considering buying another keyboard in the 999 rupees segment, but this one still is a pretty great option in my opinion. If you're considering this, I still encourage you to check it out. Now yes, I still have a problem with my USB connector, whereas I showed you that there's a loose connection issue here. Sometimes the keyboard doesn't recognize on the system. It says USB device is not recognized. Well, I mean, I still am able to use it despite that problem, so I don't think that's a huge deal breaker. And besides, once you plug it in, it continues to work, so I don't think that's a huge problem. Once it's connected to a system, you'll carry on using it anyways. I primarily use this just as a backup keyboard for now. When my main keyboard is connected to another system, I use this with some other laptop that I have, just in case I want to input something without touching the laptop. I usually keep laptops to the side and connect them to a monitor, so this helps me to use it a bit more comfortably. Yes, the typing feel is it's not that great anymore because I'm used to the Automo red switches on my mechanical keyboard. They are much better than these, but they're still pretty good enough to get the job done. Really, for $9.99, I don't have much to complain here. One thing that I absolutely won't recommend is that you try to lube any of these switches. These are membrane switches, so lubing them won't exactly work because they don't have any actuators underneath, right? So I try to lube the tab key here, and after a while, once the lube, depending on what you've used, it solidifies and kind of corrodes the plastic. I've heard that petroleum jelly is pretty bad for plastic, and I used Vaseline on this, which is a bad idea. Now this key is a little bit tighter than others, even though the goal was to make it smoother. So yeah, don't lube these switches. Well, I mean, it doesn't even have a switch on the outside anyways. These are just keycaps and the switches are underneath. They are just membrane switches. And many of you also asked me about alternate keycaps for this keyboard. I don't think there are any alternate stuff for membrane keyboards. You'll have to settle for the stuff that you'll get from the company itself. There aren't many third-party options for membrane switches like these. Anyway, that was a quick update on 1 year of using the Amkette FireBlade. Those were my impressions and those were things I wanted to share, and I also answered a few questions. If you thought this video was helpful, let me know with a like button. It helps me more than you think. And if you have any further questions, they're always welcome, so leave them in the comments down below. I'll see you next time.